Thank you everyone for joining us today. Right now, I'm going to introduce Mamali Shafahi and Ali Islami, an artist and developer duo that's here to tell us about their collaborative project, Nerdfunk. I first want to say that maybe viewer discretion is advised a little bit. Some of the images might be a little bit jarring to say. So then viewer discretion is advised. Some of the images will be a little bit interesting, but you'll see. I'm going to pass it over to Ali and Mamali.
Thank you, Laurie. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be part of this. Special thanks to Jessica Angel and the Art Project 2020 Expo that presented the Vancouver Biennale. It's a pleasure again to be part of this and talk about our project Nerdfunk. My name is Ali Islami. I'm a VR artist and developer, half of Nerdfunk, and I've been working with VR since 2015. Solely as my artistic medium. And we met together in 2017 in Iran to start this project Nerdfunk, which yeah, I'll pass it to Mamali to describe a little bit more.
Yep. Hi, I'm Mamali Shafari, filmmaker and video installation artist. As Ali said, we have met about 2 years ago, and we create this virtual identity called Nerfunk to observe about a bit of like the world of social media and the emerging reality about Instagram. And we're gonna give you briefly about our project in 10 minutes.
Yeah, so basically the reason we chose Instagram as our sort of ground to research was because we were both sort of from this generation of new media, sort of social media, and we are very like using Instagram as sort of like a daily basis, and we were both sort of in this kind of aspect of social media very actively. So we were both very curious about how it's kind of changing us as humans and how we humans sort of redefine and reshape this whole digital culture through an example of it, which is a very interesting medium like Instagram and how it's really influencing us as humans. So through Nerdfunk, our approach is we created this a digital identity called Nerdfunk through and it actually exists on Instagram. It's nerd_funk, and through the lens of this account, we were following around 800 Instagram accounts who were like friends or people who we know online, and we were super interested about their sort of the way they represent themselves, or their contents were super like kind of interesting and how they express themselves. And we were also quite excited about exploring how Instagram stories specifically are changing the culture of how we share our contents and our moments together. So we ended up archiving a lot of Instagram stories of those specific accounts over the past 2 years. So we ended up with a chaotic mess of information of Instagram stories, which are like ephemeral stories of those people. And as a practice, we first started to preserve it. And then by preserving it, the next step was to exploring this archive. And by exploring it, the more we started to investigate actually what's going on. And we came out of the idea that this whole experience of Instagram stories and social media can be very overwhelming to all of us. So we started to sort of curate the archive and sort of give order and sort of like a humanistic sort of approach to it, where we could add a value to all these useless information that we just swipe with our hands every day using Instagram.
Yeah, we choose Instagram as a platform because we find it quite interesting the way Instagram as a platform is pushing the boundaries between private and public, and how the way people are sharing more and more the intimate information about themselves in this philosophy of narcissism and voyeurism. The simple idea of like having like and followers, and how if you compare this social media platform with the social media platform before, like Facebook, etc., we have before, Instagram had a very important role to change all these ideas of privacy. And in the other hand, we also find it quite interesting how people in the very short format of audiovisual, they are expressing themselves. And it was for the first time this big public were using video as a expression format. And yeah, and as we were both working with video before in different form in our practice, we decided to use these videos as a archive to create this project.
So our approach to this archive and how we sort of shape the nerd funk in virtual reality is we wanted to like extend the project uh, to to another medium like VR, to sort of first come out of this whole idea of like screens and 2D and video imageries, because it's so easy to repeat ourselves again. So then we started to categorize and create chapters and push that into a VR, it's an immersive medium, to sort of immerse our viewers and audience to this notion of Instagram. And in each chapter, we zoom in a different sort of theme that we captured from our archive. So the first chapter, for instance, is about post body and representation of human body on Instagram. So I'm going to quickly show you a visual video of the first chapter, and you'll see. So in VR, you will have a phone at your hand, uh, and this phone gives you notification, and it's sort of a weird thing to have a phone again in VR that sort of plays with your attention again. That we are all sort of um, attached to our phones in many ways. And in this chapter, you go through like a maze of body parts, all sort of inspired by Instagram body images, selfies, AR masks, and everything. And for us, it was interesting how in Instagram people redefine what it means to have a human body, and the shape of the body is like sort of changing through these digital augmentations. So there's a whole new sort of way of seeing ourselves as well.
Yeah, the second chapter is about techno parties. The idea of this room is how to overwhelm our audience with the power and beauty of the impact of technology, the way we use sound and light and music together, and synchronization of this element together, and to kind of see the reaction of our sense about this power of technology.
So I'm going to play just an excerpt of this chapter, which is a bit of a techno club music. So it's going to be a bit loud. So in this chapter, you have this sort of post-human body, and you enter this kind of strange, surreal kind of club, which is like an infinite vertical club, and you can dance with your body, and your body is this kind of machine where it throws some emojis into your face, and as you keep dancing in this sort of weird venue, it gets more intense to the point that you actually get super chaotic, and it's like it gets to the point of burnout. So yeah, we try to sort of push everything into its limits through each chapter, going from order to chaos. And also that's how we feel like it happens to us and to our bodies using technology and social media, or any kind of digital platform, that it has this love and hate situation we all have with technology. And then for future, we're planning to make new chapters. Chapter 3, I'll just go quickly through them. It's about nature and the impact of nature on our lives on Instagram through the lens of Instagram. Chapter 4 is about cyber identity and personas, influencers. And chapter 5 is about augmented city and all the layers of information like stickers, GIFs, new forms of expressions through Instagram. And yeah, that's it. And so for next year, we're gonna sort of uh, develop the last phase of Nerdfunk and make the other 3 chapters to make a full experience in a big art installation. All the 5 chapters uh, would be complete, and then there's a Nerdfunk on Instagram. You can already follow if you like. And we are also developing a sort of a lecture performance to sort of talk about deeper concepts we realize in our long-term research about Instagram and digital culture, uh, in a form of VR and some other form that's sort of fitting with our sort of aesthetic, and a publication to sort of give other dimensions to our sort of archive and Instagram in general.
That
So
sounds amazing. Thank you so much. It was so great to actually see the second chapter because the first chapter we were able to bring to Vancouver in 2019. Feels like a lifetime ago. And Mamli was here in Vancouver as one of our residency artists for the summer. So that was really great to be able to bring that to Vancouver. And hopefully in the future, we can bring all the other chapters here too. And that would be really great. And Ali, you should come as well. But thank you so much for joining us at the expo.
yeah.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Bye.